Okay, what we got here, we flip the transmission case over and we're ready to install the low band adjusting pawl. Basically just reach through the opening here, you thread your bolt into your pin and drop it in there. Okay, that's in. And then we're going to turn this around. It's actually more stable than I expected, standing it on end, being that it's top heavy, but actually looks pretty good here. So now we're going to get ready to install the bands, and they tell you to fabricate or cut a piece of wood or something that's 1 inch by 3.5 by 2 to hold the little plates in that run the band, and there's a slot up in here, and they've got little notches, so that's got to go in that slot. I probably should have done this one before I turned the transmission around. Let's turn it around here, get it lined up. Okay, the notch actually goes in the band, now that I remember that. Okay, that's in place. Slide that board underneath there. Yeah, apparently I made my board too thick because it's not fitting under there very well. Just barely fits under there. I don't think that's going to work. It's too high. Although it is 1 inch. I'm finding that kind of surprising that that's sitting up so high. Swing it down all the way. Well, back to the drawing board. Okay, I'm going to put the low band in. And what I've done is there's a pin in here with a groove in it. I put the little actuating plates in there, and the notches go toward this because there's a pin in both sides. I'm installing this the way I took it out. And I've got a little spacer in there, and the 1 inch dimension that they gave in the book was too much. I double checked everything, my stack, my planetary is as far down as it can go. There's no clearance in there, so it's assembled correctly. Of course, the factory or the service video shows a special tool here. I'm just going to use a snap ring pliers. Doesn't work quite as good. I'm going to try to sneak this in there without exploding everything. Okay, it's close. What I'm going to do is sneak in here and there, pop that one in. Okay, and hopefully I can get this one. This one to pop in. And we have to pull this out. This one's going to be more of a problem. I can see it slip quite a ways down, so we're going to have to pull this up again. Require me to pull it back out because this bottom one is not coming up. Oops, I missed it. It's a little frustrating, that's why they make special tools, but if you're doing a onesie-twosie, I don't know if you really need it. I did it once already, practice, and it went right in, of course. But now it's not going to go. Okay, I'm going to have to start over on this one. We're going to try again here. I tried setting this up the first time. It didn't work. And I'm going to try it again. It seems like when you practice it works great, but when you try to film it, it's not working all that great. There it went. it either goes really easy or it goes real hard. But that did pop right in. So they're locked into the pins now. They're all the way seated there. You can see that. They're seated in there. So that's good. So move on to the next step. Just a kind of a little note here. It's kind of interesting. Is anybody of you out there are familiar with the Model T Fords? You have pedals on the floor that basically apply bands similar to this, and they have planetaries. So in an automatic transmission, it's basically doing the same thing. What I'm doing here is I'm pushing on this little lever, which on a Model T would be hooked to a foot pedal, and in this transmission it's hooked to a piston which is operated hydraulically. So even though we think our modern transmissions are so great, they're based on a very simple planetary band and clutch pack system that's been around since the early 1900s. Actually, I think it was actually developed in late 1800s. So here we are, modern technology. Okay, the next step is we need to select a thrust washer for the sun gear. Now the book says to put in one from 114,000 to 117 thousandths to start with, because you may have to change it later. The problem is the thrust washer kit they gave me one 100 thousandths and one 130. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the smaller one in, because the one that was originally in it, it looks screwed up to me. I mean, here it is. It doesn't even look like the right one. So I don't know what that was about. Anyway, we're going to use this one. I'm going to drop it down in there, get it lined up. And the next step is we're going to put our clutch assembly in here. I do want to dribble a little bit of oil down on that surface. Little assembly lube. And we're going to try to drop this in here. Alright. And not so sure that's lined up yet. There we go. It's dropped in. So that's the main clutch pack. That's for direct drive. And that's low band, and the other one was reverse. So we're good there. So that's according to the book, and we're going to continue